distinguished guests, fellow scholarship winners, ladies and gentlemen, I feel very honoured and humbled to be able to speak on this stage for you all with the calibre of the people in this room and sharing this stage with me tonight. I'd like to congratulate Andrew Liveris on the inaugural Lifetime Achievement Award from the Association. I've been fortunate to receive the Dow Chemical Company-sponsored American Australian Association Scholarship to continue my research career in the United States at Northwestern University in Chicago. I work in a field of research known as nanotechnology. Essentially, this is just the science of all things on the nanoscale, which is incredibly small. The nanoparticles we work on are approximately 100 nanometres in diameter, which is about 1,000 times smaller than the width of a human hair. If my hands were 1 metre apart right now, between them would be 1 billion nanometres. And working on this scale has some amazing advantages. These nanoparticles are small to get inside individual cells. We can use these nanoparticles as a vehicle to transport drugs to a site of need, such as a tumour. And we can engineer these particles to seek out certain cell types in the body, such as cancer cells, and then use them for imaging, diagnosis, and therapy, all within the same tiny entity. A good analogy for this is the story of the Trojan horse. And for those that haven't heard the story, the Greeks and the Trojans were at war, seemingly in a stalemate. The Greeks cleverly hid their best soldiers inside this large wooden horse. The Trojans, being a little naive, thought this was a victory trophy, so they dragged it within their castle walls. And you could say that was the last mistake they ever made. Now I want you to think about our nanoparticles and this story of the Trojan horse, and then mesh them together. Our project, supported by the Dow Chemical Company and the American Australian Association, is dedicated to developing nanoparticles suitable for the treatment of diseases and serious injuries, such as cancer, cystic fibrosis, spinal cord injuries, and traumatic burns. For today, let's just focus on the cancer. Unfortunately, it would be a safe bet that everyone in this room has or knows of a loved one whom has lost their battle with cancer. What is more horrific than cancer statistics is the barbaric way in which we currently treat it, being chemotherapy. Now, chemotherapeutics are some of the most toxic drugs we have in our medical arsenal. And although they're good at being able to kill cancer cells, they also have some debilitating side effects. Patients lose their hair, can't eat, vomiting all the time because literally their immune system and any other cells which rapidly divide are being ravaged. What if we could change this and use nanoparticles which seek out and only target cancerous cells? What if we could use drugs in nanoparticles which did not harm the immune system, allowing it to remain healthy and have a fighting chance against the cancer? This is possible with targeted nanoparticles and new novel drugs, which will form the basis of my work at Northwestern with Professor Sam Stoop, a world leader in targeted novel biomaterials. We are building nano-sized Trojan horses. These nano-sized Trojan horses are being used for the treatment of cancer and a number of other major diseases. And we feel, just like the Greeks did with their Trojan horse, that ours too will have the potential to revolutionise history. Thank you.